ladies and gentlemen. Position 1. Position 1.
Crotch cam.
Yeah, well, I knew I forgot something. I'm wearing shorts, and I'm very uncomfortable with that, so I'm going to go fix that. What?
I was waiting for that to be a full-fledged firework. There was a boom, and I was like, oh, here it comes.
Yes. I apologize for the... I don't know why the hell it was zoomed in like that this time, because I did change it. And I am incredibly uncomfortable wearing shorts. I just don't do it, really. Unless it's really warm. And it is not super warm, but the pants I was going to wear had a hole. So I was patching them before stream, and I forgot to change. So I'm going to do that real quick off screen.
They can watch me eat strawberry shortcake that I made.
For a moment, I thought you were going to say they could watch me change, and I was going to be like, no, they cannot.
Why?
Leon lacks underwear.
Would I say that?
Oh. I mean, you get to watch. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, I'm kidding. Oh, much better. Anywho, there we go. Skull pants. Now then, welcome to Red Grim Gaming. My name is Leon. Lily and I will be playing another Crab's Treasure, and our camera is off. Ever so slightly. Was it off yesterday? Did I bump this at some point?
If you say so.
Do you see that center dot at the top of our thing? No one else is going to be able to see that. Lily will. That has been centered. Oh, the camera fucking... Are you kidding me?
Rowan's here.
The camera froze. As I'm trying to fix it, the fucking camera went, I don't know how to do that, and shit itself. Hi, Croven. Welcome to the stream. Reactivate. Like, bro, you're not even tracking anything. Did it literally freeze, like, the second I touched it? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like,
Croven's panicking more.
I was already, like, not really on stream today. Because Lily and I are kind of tired. It just keeps freezing instantly. I want to fucking pitch it into the goddamn lake. Like, you were expensive and your life's not that hard. You're a fucking camera. Get over it. I want to sit down and eat my yummy cake that Lily made me. Lily made us dessert that I'd love to show you with the camera that was $300 friggin'. Position 1. Holy Christ, why was that so hard? Yeah, Lily made little strawberry shortcakes with a chocolate drizzle.
It's fun.
Yeah, I had to like unplug the camera and plug it back in to get it to stop freezing. But yeah, I have that center dot lined up to that corner so that when I go to these, it has to be correct, because if we go to this screen, see how my head's cut off? Like, it's just all out of alignment now. I did get grumpy at it, though.
Black Pauldron's here.
Yo! Welcome to the stream. How you doing, my man?
You can see the butt of a scratching dog over there.
Yeah, it was always like the center of the clock hands was kind of the aim. It's ultra sensitive. That's an update no one asked for. At least I didn't ask for it. Okay, so hold on. Go to this cam. Centered pretty good. Lily's centered pretty good. The only reason we need to come up just ever so slightly. Or not slightly at all. Because I like to have this light that we got as a gift prominently featured. Anywho, another Crab's treasure. Last time on stream, we beat PT Flea or whatever the hell his name was. Of the Shellbug Corporation.
Roland?
Good on you. That is his name. Yeah, we dunked on Roland.
Once in a while, I know things.
And we wound up in the deep, dark, down, dippity dark. Where everything got really sad, existential, and we thought our boy was going to feed himself to a shark.
Yeah, there was depression.
If you missed it, you'll just have to go watch that VOD. But
hopefully my butt is not.
I can at least say it looks great. I don't think it is, but... But then we found a little bit of renewed lease on life. A couple of our friends forgave us. I don't think, Birth?
He wasn't our friend.
In a real sense, no. But it did hurt a lot when he was mad at us. It hurt our boy Krill here. But we found our way back home. Why do I have a shell to recover? What? Super confused on that one. How and when did I die? I was also amusing myself with the attempts on YouTube to use their in-house generative AI to make thumbnails for our YouTube videos. It has some amusing interpretations of what me and Lily look like. And it does leave me tempted to, like, play with it. I'm like, what else will you get drastically wrong and will look weird? At the end of the day, we don't make money on YouTube. I'm not going to be able to pay somebody to do it. I'm not going to personally do it. I have enough art projects I'm not finishing.
You just select an image from the video.
It takes a little time. You gotta dig around.
Oh, Wayne, wanna come up here, buddy? Oh.
There's no native thing to do that, so I would have to literally sit there, fire up the whole video, and literally sit there and just frame by frame it until I find one I like, and that takes a long time when our streams are 3 to 4 hours long.
Final coming in with, he has a wife, you know.
He has a wife, you know. Do you know what she's called? I love that scene. Monty Python reference.
And that's why I didn't know it.
Cultural allusions to other things that are actually funny. Do 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 do. How you doing, Final? Welcome to the stream.
Long Range Brick is also here.
Yo, Long Range Brick. How have you been?
It says yo yo yo.
It has been a concerning amount of time.
Final says Brick. Holy hell. And Brick says, did you see the new Spyro news?
I did not.
And morning, guys.
There is Spyro news is news to me. Happy to hear it. Hit me, man. There's a new game in the works. Okay. And here I was just hoping we'd get a Jack and Daxter PC release. Although it sounds like Sony's going the other way and just, I don't know, really gonna take a hit.
Fred's here and getting all the shout outs in.
Thank you, Fred.
And Brick says, let me see if I can get a link for a trailer.
Okay. We won't stop the momentum of the stream to put it up, but I will definitely watch it myself, especially if you send it to me on Discord. Yes, the Unfathom. I will still love to see it all the same. But, yeah, and there is a sadness that I was telling... I had mentioned to Croven yesterday, that I guess is time. You guys... all of our old React content is now officially completely restricted. What? It's not ours. We stole it. We were stealing their content of the things we're reacting to. YouTube's just not going to take that bullet, and that's exactly how I knew they were going to react. And all right, that is how I predicted they would react. That's why we haven't done them in a while. So...
You're welcome for the free advertising.
And it's not even them, which is the annoying part. Like, if I bet if I emailed people, groups like Alter and a few of the other ones that we review regularly, they'd probably think it's cool. But YouTube has just kind of, probably using AI tools, just like stamped all of that React content with a do not resuscitate. Leave it dead.
Final says it's supposed to release spring of 2027.
Sweet.
And Fred says, waiting for you guys to start. I fell asleep.
Smooth.
And Brick says, dropped it in general on Discord.
Sweet. We will check it out later. Right now, we have the momentum of having the Unfathom and the potential of finding something worth more than the microplastics that Crab Society has wrapped its entire civilization around. Alright. Let's say I wanted to help you find this definitely not made-up lost treasure. The perfect world. I love that he brought it up. The perfect world. Yeah? Where would we start? Nope, I'm going the wrong way. All we have to go on is this ruined architecture, I say. Follow where it leads, and surely we'll discover what we're looking for.
Brick says, are you wearing one of the Among Us guys on your back?
I am indeed. And better yet, check this out. Haha! He's my shell. Sorry, I keep stopping everything to eat this strawberry shortcake with chocolate drizzle Lily made me.
It's good. Be jealous. Brick says, is that pie?
It is not pie, but it is good.
And also said, before that's freaking awesome about the Among Us thing. And said, damn, nobody called. I want to be a fat kid, too.
Hey. Final says, I has chocolate mousse cheesecake.
Ooh.
Oh, dang it.
That
Krill?
sounds good, too, Final.
Krill, quit playing with our healing items. I do like the game subtly sort of punishes you for lollygagging.
Brooke says, I live that fat kid life, even if my stomach doesn't agree with it. Same.
As a genuine fat kid, I can firmly say, no thanks.
I mean, you didn't say no thanks. You ate the strawberry shortcake.
No, I don't want to live the fat kid life. I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. I will eat the things, but I'm gonna have to work out like a motherfucker. Is what I mean.
Final says, I went to Cheesecake Factory earlier.
Walto.
Of my mods. I'm assuming you meant with. Fred says, I'm gonna have a hot fudge sundae. Rick says, I had some ice cream and I'm paying the price.
No. Is it a lactose intolerance thing?
Tolerance?
Goddamn toddler ants. Sorry, I was watching a meme. I was watching Dr. Mike review memes. And that was actually one of them.
Fred says, oh, Cheesecake Factory, white chocolate, raspberry. And Final says, lactose in toddler ants.
I think the joke in the meme was, for the one in his video, was gluten and toddler ants. But it was, same diff.
I've never been to Cheesecake Factory, and I feel like that's a crime.
It is. Okay, I was instantly killed.
Fred says, damn toddler ants. And Brick says, be right back.
Okay, we'll be right here. It's good to see you here. Can't wait to catch up. Wait, does he have more to say? Why is he still yellow? Nope. We already did that. We did that combo. Why is it still marked as important?
I'm
Dreaming of a White Christmas? Oh. Shit.
Fred says, we went to see Toy Story 5 last night.
Oh. And?
Is there a new?
Yes.
Another new? Why?
There's another new... Because they will not be satisfied until they have successfully beaten your childhood to death. Like the dead horse it's been.
Final says, Fred, I brought a chocolate mousse cheesecake and a tiramisu cheesecake home for Mom. Today was my first time ever at Cheesecake Factory, but Lateo works there.
Oh, Lateo, nice.
Now, so I went to check it out.
I never see Lateo do things. Hey, stainless relic. Nice. I really have to look up the rest of those. Ah, darn it.
Ad break.
He's one of their pastry artists now, says Final. Hell yeah. Good for him. From music to moose. Art's gonna art, I guess. Ah!
Fred says, Final, what did you think? Isn't it, expensive? There.
I don't know. I don't think I've been to Cheesecake Factory myself.
Fred says it is expensive. People are always like, I went to the Cheesecake Factory, and I'm like, well, I'm a peasant. So.
I prefer going to the Beefcake Factory.
Final says, not bad, but pricey. I had a teriyaki salmon bowl on rice and veggies.
Nice. Get wrecked, bonefish.
Bone!
Speaking of sound alerts, we need... Actual item.
Well, hex deflating.
Yep. I think I got chocolate in my... That's not a... I don't know if that necessarily applies. No, not chocolate in my beard. The timing of it was just great. Why?
Fred says Toy Story was lame.
But Croven liked it. Yeah, I don't think I would find a good reason for it to exist. What the hell? Wait. Are they doing Silence Brand as a literal thing? Who the hell even remembers that meme?
Fred says I couldn't stay awake. It
Silence
reminds
Brand.
me of Plankton. I see you. Zap.
It was a meme gag for a while where they were like making fun of brands, and it was just a collection of trolls. Like every time like Wendy's would try to be relatable, but it would just be cringe. You'd just see an army of this crab with laser eyes, just a Silence Brand.
I don't remember that at all.
It was like a whole 5 years of the internet. Oh, I can make him shoot himself. Come on. By thy laser eyes. Oh, he's got Crabby attacks.
Final says, Fred says, Honey hated it too. And next week is the new Minions. And Final said, I'd rather see them.
If I had to choose one, yeah, but... So,
I feel like they're dragging the Minions out too.
yeah. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I had that same opinion of the previous Minions movie. Or at least Despicable Me.
Anna says, banana! It says, LOL, I enjoy the Minions. They're goofy. I do like the Minions. I feel like, though, that they're really stringing
Really
it along.
pushing the movies.
Yes.
Silence Brand. Okay, we killed it.
It seems like a creature that large might be harder to kill than that, but...
I think it's supposed to be like an Alaskan king crab.
Mm-hmm. Funnel says, right now, I'm more set on going to see this new Spider-Man movie next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brand new day. I called it Brand New Home, and I'm like, oh, right, that's the classical one. Ah, no! Ah! Okay, we haven't been hit by that yet. Devastating amount of explosion.
Well, I guess it's not.
I didn't know fucking Mr. Torg had crabs. It was a hilarious way to say that, and I did not think about it.
Also, I'm also debating on going to Sam's to get a tub of Skittles ready.
The whole tub. This is not an Alaskan king crab. Its claws would be incredibly large. Oh no, he got me with a grab attack. I'm definitely dead. Damn. Brick says spider, maybe?
Spider or king crab?
Is that what you Googled?
Mm-hmm.
They're annoying. Really big. They're hard to hit.
The Japanese spider crab.
Oh, yeah.
They're really big.
They are really big.
They're like really big.
Yeah. I wonder if that is the crab from the memes.
It's like the body of it is like the size of this dude's head, and then its legs are like taller than him.
Yeah, just for a long time, just a brand would post something cringe, and just this would pop up. He's a big crab. We're an awfully big hermit crab, then. Going into the general chat and sharing that underneath the Spyro trailer. Silence,
Look at this little
Brand.
crab.
That is a spiky little shit.
He looks stabby.
Final says, "'Tis a 5-pound jar of Skittles." That's a lot of Skittles, my guy.
It is indeed.
Will said Skittles pay the biddles? The time will tell. Ah. Hopefully, like I said, killing these things is permanent. I just really want that to be there. I do not want to fight the Silence Brand crab over and over again. Don't get me wrong, this is exactly the game that needs to make that reference. It's just real weird. Okay, the Abyssal Plains. Nope, they are a permanent obstacle. That fucker is back. Ah! No! I will not be Independence Day'd. Speaking of franchises that were like wearing out their welcome. Although, unlike Toy Story, they managed to do that in 2 fucking movies. Quick, activate the thingy. Okay, now we can spawn here and not have all this hell. Oh, my aching shell. Oh, I don't have enough. Damn it.
Oh, my little legs.
We do have little legs. But apparently we're enormous for a hermit crab. Is like, that's that crab compared to me. You just like ain't even that big, bro. And if you couldn't do that, you wouldn't be shit. The fuck? They just make them shoot each other. Oh, I did. He hit him. Okay. Don't blame me, it's your girlfriend hitting you.
What? What's this Game of Thrones premieres tonight?
Game of Thrones ended, Fred.
Yeah.
I thought you knew.
Fred says, so FYI,
Oh,
come 9, I'll be lurking.
I'm very confused as to why we didn't dodge. Is it Night of the Seven Kingdoms at least? Because otherwise it's bad.
Funnel says House of the Dragon. Oh.
Yeah, bad.
Never mind. I loved Game of Thrones, and except for the last season, and really the last few episodes. But I tried watching House of the Dragon. I can't. Night of the Seven Kingdoms, though, is fantastic.
It really knows how to keep itself out of the weeds of the typical Game of Thrones miasma, so to speak.
The final says Night of the Nine Kingdoms.
Not back when it's set.
And Fred says...
Although, I do love that ending. It's just...
It's still a Game of Thrones.
Oh, well, no, but, like, it knows how to just, you know, short, sweet, and to the point, the story.
Yeah, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is great.
It's just a well-told story, simply made, and condensed down to just one guy's journey.
I've watched it twice so far.
I
Not
rewatched
late.
quite a bit of it, too. Oh, and on the Culture Corner side, Lily and I, as well as Croven and I, have watched the new Superman, and it's good. I'm not a big Superman nerd, so, like... I remember enjoying things that have Superman in them.
Fun says Supergirl?
No. We finally saw the 2025 James Gunn Superman film. No, we've not seen Supergirl. Although, there's a new Superman. David Cornsweet.
Final says, oh, that one.
Yeah, that one.
My bad.
No, we're just that far behind on watching movies a lot of the time. Like, we enjoy Henry Cavill. We both did not like...
I didn't even watch it.
We both did not like Man of Steel.
I didn't watch it.
Okay, sorry.
I don't generally like Superman at all. He's my least favorite superhero. But I actually didn't mind this movie.
Final says Lex Luthor felt too whiny for me. LOL. Love Nathan Fillion. I have no emotional input to Lex Luthor and how he behaves, so I actually thought he was a pretty effective villain. I appreciate that he wasn't blind to his own sort of hubris. That he was just like, no, don't get me wrong. I fully understand that I just want to murder you because I don't like feeling like I'm not the top of the food chain, and fuck you for making me feel that way. And that's like his whole motivation, and I enjoy that, actually. There's a lot of scenes with him where he just really kills it. So where is the dog scene? He just keeps gaslighting him about it. I certainly don't know what dog you're talking about. Goes to take a sip, that's not the one with the stupid little cape. Just... Do I have to kill both of them to advance? Is that what's happening here? Because I don't see any other way forward, personally. You know, I guess I'm supposed to get off to the left of the reef there. Or something. It's hard to tell. I forgot what my other power even is. Summon a fresh shell. Can't catch me!
Final says, I don't know, but I agree with Lily about Superman. Was never a big fan. Also, don't care about the Supergirl movie coming out. Yeah, I don't care about that either.
If it's still James Gunn, I think I will watch everything James Gunn.
I did actually appreciate this Superman. I feel like the problem is they try to make him some, like, 1950s friggin' sitcom of a man.
And he's always the bastion of perfect behavior. Yes.
And that's really just dull. And... But, this one's okay. Final says, honestly, never cared much about DC outside of Batman. Yeah, I do loves me Batman.
I enjoyed, like, when I was a kid, watching cartoons, Justice League, Justice Friends. Although that was the cornier of the two options. I liked Justice League better. I loved Teen Titans. Did get into some Suicide Squad back when that was, like, when those comics started coming out. And I was like, yeah, that's actually a really cool idea. Is just, what do you do with all of these villains? How would you even begin to rehabilitate them? And the answer was force them to be superheroes in horrifically challenging ways. Ow! Hey, Lily, did you hear it? It's the truck I just got fucking hit with.
Fred's laughing.
Outside our house somewhere, there was a semi honking. No! That fucking grab attack is very cheap. At least it's not permadeath, which is thankful to notice. Make you fucking laser yourself, loser. Come on, you spindly-legged tart. Let's do this. Okay, we beat one of them. Every time I beat them, I get another crab. Which is an equipable that would just keep me alive, I think? Despite dying. For instance, my childhood was full of major glory, Valhallan, and the infraggable crunk. I think it's incraggable. I remember it being incraggable. I did love the Powerpuff Girls too. But I could watch some DC shows as long as they were written by that one guy who was doing Teen Titans.
I didn't watch Teen Titans.
It's really good. Hypnotized? What the hell?
That and Codename Kids Next Door were like the shows I would watch if there was nothing else on.
Huh. Wait, which show and Codenames Kids Next Door?
Teen Titans.
Oh.
Black Pauldron says infraggable crunk.
Fair
and
enough.
Final says that as well. And Pauldron says who was actually based on the Hulk's original colors. And Final says K&D was awesome.
I did like Kids Next Door a lot.
Brick says Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Solid.
Cow and Chicken.
Didn't watch that one unless there was nothing else on.
Brick says and Dexter's Lab. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Cartoon Network just had a bomb lineup for a really long time there.
Like Dexter's Lab was usually paired with like Cow and Chicken or I Am Weasel.
I Am Weasel was okay. Preferred Angry Beavers.
Yeah. Brick says now it's shit. Pauldron says, dude, Ed and Eddie is just Kids Next Door without the plot. That is not true.
Yeah, they are very different shows.
And Final says, most of these are on Tubi now. They've got a lot of Cartoon Network's classic catalog. Good to know. Netflix has Invader Zim.
Which, you know, the best one.
Pauldron says, unsupervised kids with backyard technology. What's the difference?
They didn't have technology, and Codename Kids Next Door were reinterpreting how children viewed the world versus trying to scam your friends for candy.
Plank.
Good old Plank. These things are fucking annoying. You are just surrounded by hypnotism and laser explosions. Final says they didn't get Johnny Bravo, though, and it makes me sad. I can see why they didn't. At the same time...
Johnny Bravo never succeeded, though. He was always getting smacked.
He was... Yeah, well, it's one of those things that, like, you talk to some people, and they're like, oh, well, Johnny Bravo sets a bad example for children. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Johnny Bravo is not successful. He's a loser.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Brick says, went to put my glasses on after my shower and one of the arms pulled off. Now I have to wait for them to dry and had to put contacts in. Brick says, teaches them what not to do.
Yeah.
Pauldron says, Johnny Bravo is also not like a kid's show for kids
Yeah.
aspire from or whatever.
Yeah, he's not supposed. Everybody doesn't need to be a fucking role model and a hero. Sometimes it's just fun to laugh at the loser.
And everybody dislikes him.
I don't think that's accurate, but
No, like in the show.
I meant even in the show, like some people, like old ladies loved him. He was always super helpful.
Yeah, because he was really helpful to them.
Like he had redeeming qualities, but he was just supposed to be representative of, like, you know, some people that really exist.
Because I never applied Johnny Bravo to my real life.
You never did the monkey? I'm calling bullshit. Okay.
And Pauldron says, Susie, his mom and Carl were like his only friends.
There's every once in a while he'd there's an old lady and, oh, you know what? Sometimes he'd get beat up doing that too. He'd be like, can I help you across the street? And she'd be like, ew, pervert, and like hit him.
Smack him with her purse. Final says, Brick, you pulled your arm after a shower? What are you made of? Brick says, okay, the monkey is the exception. And said, hi, Jimmy's mom.
Oh.
Pauldron says, it's a bit of a spoiler for those who haven't watched the show, but he had one successful relationship with a secret agent who was just too busy for him, so she had to cut him off.
Hmm.
And Brick says, it's from Jimmy Neutron.
The other one that I recall is that he did have one other successful relationship during a crossover, and that was that Velma liked him. From Scooby-Doo.
What was the show that was also part of that lineup, but it was a monkey and the lady, and they were like secret agents?
Oh, that was a spinoff of Dexter's Lab. Where Dexter's monkey was like a superhero.
And he was like a dumb monkey during the day.
Yeah, he would just... because he was a successful Dexter's Lab experiment to make a monkey smart.
Pauldron says, the Velma crossover was good.
It has one of my favorite Johnny Bravo lines of all time.
I did like that there was also the werewolf lady, but that was because she was a werewolf lady. That relationship just wasn't going to work out.
You know, I think that's too bad. Yeah, it has one of my favorite lines ever. Is it does the usual Velma thing where she's like, my glasses, I can't see without my glasses. And then it just cuts to Johnny doing the exact bit, but he just says, my glasses, I can't be seen without my glasses.
Brick says, dial M for monkey. Yes.
Yeah, where they do like, how would you phrase it? They do like a cold pilot for like another show that, and then they'd realize it wasn't going to be good enough to last on its own, so they'd just slap it in another show when they didn't know what else to do.
She also had that weird, like, husky, whispery voice.
Uh-huh.
You're like, monkey.
It was the mayor's aide.
Filler material, says Brick. Yeah. I am Weasel IR Baboon.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was my jam for the longest time.
Great.
I loved Courage. I still want... There is a shirt for Courage the Cowardly Dog at our local, like, mall nerd store called Box Lunch, and I still want it.
Pauldron just says, so Monkey was part of the Justice Friends, which was the side segment that spun off of Dexter, and they were all based off of Marvel. Monkey was supposed to be Captain Marvel, or Nova, for those who know what that is.
Me.
And he worked with S.H.I.E.L.D., who was led by basically a one-to-one recreation of Nick Fury. And I forgot who Agent Honeydew was supposed to be, but was one of the female S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. It says S tier.
Agent Honeydew would have definitely been an analog for Black Widow. And I remember them just doing the Major Glory, Valhallen, and all them completely aside of Dial M for Monkey. He was not always included. Everything about that was memorable because I even remember the stupid TV show they would watch in the show called The Puppet Pals.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Puppet Pal, Mitch.
Pauldron says, yeah, you're right, Black Widow. And Brick says, courage is S tier for sure. And said the tablet episode.
Yeah. Return the slab.
And says, hey, Puppet Pal Clem.
Do you know what time it is? Oh no, Puppet Pal Mitch, what time is it? It's bonk o'clock. And he just hit him with
bonk.
And he just hit him with a little baseball bat. And that was the whole in the show they watched in their universe.
Pauldron says, yeah, the puppet. My I'm assuming he meant my childhood, was defined by the Puppet Pals. Brick says, bonk.
Bonk.
Well, it's like the Crimson Chin was off of Fairly Odd Parents.
Uh-huh. Well, that was usually episode dependent. The Crimson Chin never usually had his own chick.
Yeah, he did.
Like, it was always a Timmy Turner wish that ended up making Crimson Chin shit happen. And then I do vaguely remember there being some non-wish related occurrences.
I was gonna say, Timmy wasn't always involved.
I literally made it through that fucking whole fuck you.
Pauldron says the Crimson Chin should have had his own series. Comes the Crimson Chin.
No.
Final says the
Chip Skylark. I bet some of you still know the words to Shiny Teeth and Me.
I am assuming Final meant the Mega Chin.
No.
I'm not reading that. It says, LOL, that episode was almost a problem.
No, he's right.
Brick says, no, he wasn't.
It is the Nega Chin, which is negative chin before anyone
reading that.
Before anyone tries to cancel me. Which was a common theme in all comic book superhero-ness. I still follow Butch Hartman on social media, and he's fun to follow. If you look him up on Instagram, he likes to do Danny Phantom-esque rendition drawings of popular characters. He's done a lot of animes.
Pauldron says no, they did it in the 90s too with Darkwing Duck. There was the Nega Duck.
Yeah, that one's way more problematic.
And Final says same. Love him.
I did watch Danny Phantom a lot too, although that one probably scratched more of a superhero itch. Okay, this area is incredibly infuriating. Let's see, what else do we got that we can unlock people's repressed childhoods? Party Pepper? Oh, Party Popper.
More on like the wholesome kid side. There was Little Bear.
Oh, wow. I did not watch much of Little Bear.
No, I watched a ton of Little Bear. Final says, I did too, LOL. His best friend got me into a weird obsession with goth girls for a few weeks.
Nice.
And Brick says, sock
'em boppers.
Yeah. Well, I was reading the correction at the same time. Sock 'em boppers. Rupert all day, says Pauldron. And Brick says Franklin and Danny Phantom. Yeah, Franklin, the turtle.
That was another one that I was just like, this is very boring compared to Justice League. I'm gonna go watch Justice.
I liked Franklin. I had the books for Franklin.
Like, I couldn't get into Doug I couldn't get into
I like Doug, too.
Hey Arnold.
I liked all of those shows.
I could watch Hey Arnold. It was just like if there's nothing else on. Doug, I actively did not like. I hated it.
Hey Arnold was always on in the morning while I was like eating my cereal.
Doug was so boring to me.
Final says, more fun than a pillow fight.
You can actually break your nose with sock and boppers.
And Brick says, Kim Possible.
Yes, I did watch Kim Possible. I like that one.
Looking back, I definitely had the hots for Shigo.
No. Her name was Shigo, yes.
Pauldron says, Doug is legendary, bro. Come on.
Legendarily boring.
Whale Man.
Yeah, him having weird fantasies about showing his underwear to his love interest. He doesn't just... Now, I'll say, the weird-ass movie they made where they decided to go full weird and put in a fucking Loch Ness Monster and a robot, like a literal Ed 209 was in the Doug movie. I do remember watching that and being like, all right.
Final says, I liked SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats was great. They just brought back a new comic. They just dropped more SWAT Cats.
Brick also said Quail Man. And
Gross.
Pauldron says, does a world take man? That is a wild read. Street Sharks, says Brick.
I do remember Street Sharks.
Zoids!
Yeah. Oh, you like Zoids?
Zoids.
Did you really like Zoids?
I like Zoids.
You and Croven now have one of the weirdest things in common. Croven literally has Zoids sitting on his like edge shelves in the basement. I did watch Zoids.
Pauldron says that White Castle's dope. White Illager, says Brick.
He said White Liger, which is
Okay.
which was a Zoid.
Final says, I loved Freakazoid and Animaniacs.
Freakazoid and Animaniacs were both great.
Pauldron says, disregard those last messages. My cat was walking on my phone.
Dude, like nobody remembers Freakazoid.
And
It always saddens me.
Brooke is saying to Final, yes! I remember Freakazoid.
Good. More people need to remember Freakazoid. But in the Street Sharks SWAT Cats, first of all, Thundercats.
I was gonna say Thundercats. Thundercats!
How has no one said Thundercats yet? I have a Thundercats workout shirt. There's a video in our Discord of me trying. I decided I was going to shoot for the 110s dumbbells. You record that video for me? To Croven.
I did not.
But I'm wearing my Thundercats shirt in that video. And I credit the Thundercats shirt for a lot of that lift. Brick says, He-Man. He-Man hit me in a weird way.
Zoids?
I was like... I was more amused than I was enjoying.
Zoids was the one that I was always trying to figure out with the transforming animals.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I just wouldn't have pictured, because, like, so Lily's not, like, the biggest anime person.
I freaking love Zoids.
Okay.
I like Transformers, though, too.
Sure, true. It just hits me more in, like, a Code Lyoko kind of thing. Who remembers that show? I did watch that show a bit. It just never... It never had any progress, so I quit watching it.
There was another one where they were only big cats.
Well, the robots were only big cats?
Yeah.
That would have been Voltron.
I don't think so.
They were each different colors, and they assembled into a Superbot to fight villains.
They were all big cats, though.
Yeah, they're all big cat. They're all lions in...
Pauldron says, I love Freakazoid. That show deserves so much love today. I would love to see a live action version of it.
Who's your fan casting on that?
And says Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, also S tier.
Yeah, speaking of the Scooby-Doo movies, speaking of movies that were like trying to really infuse a generation with like goth fetish.
Pauldron says Zoids was about the sentient animal tanks. Yeah!
They were not sentient, they were piloted. It was a tournament. You pilot the robot, and they fight in a tournament.
They talked to you, though.
I don't remember them talking to anybody, but it was a 3-on-3 tournament setup where you had your team.
Pauldron says that's the BitCloud series. The original Zoid series had more of a spiritual undertone.
Fuck you, Cheryl. Nobody read Cheryl's comment. Speaking of reading comments, Lily.
What?
We got your character. Chitin! You're alive!
Didst thou think no.
Deeper and more dramatic.
Didst thou think I'd be slain so easily? What brings you further into these depths, vagabond?
I'm still looking for treasure, I guess. But like a different one?
Indeed. So you feel it too. The power that lurks down here, in these depths. The sort of strength I've been seeking all along. I must unearth it, use it to bring ruin on the tyrants of this ocean.
Well, not if I get there first.
That's the spirit now! Now we are talking, little crab! If our souls must clash, then let them clash, not as enemies, but as worthy rivals.
Hell yeah! Don't make me kill Chitin, please.
Onward! Destiny awaits.
Please let me pick that up. Thank you. Okay, so what's your initial incident as far as anime goes, chat? Apparently Lily's is Zoids. Or Inuyasha, because that was like 90% of people's answer.
I hated Inuyasha.
You know, I didn't hate it like first couple of episodes. I grew a grievous distaste for Inuyasha and its inability to just fucking progress. It didn't start off so bad. But literally, you could make a bingo card and fill it every time with the crap that repeated episode to episode.
I, like, so many people were into that show, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And it's like 20 episodes of them just walking in a field.
It's definitely not that many episodes of them walking in a field. They usually get into some kind of fight by the end of the episode. And sometimes that fight takes 2 to 3 episodes.
Pauldron says, just to throw in my 2 cents about the goth topic, goth has been around for centuries in many different shapes and forms. I don't know if you develop an interest in goth. I think it's more just ingrained in the human consciousness.
I meant specifically that hot topic goth look, like being kind of pushed on an entire generation of kids as the love interest character type in cartoons. It happened in a lot of them. Oh my.
And Final says, sorry, what was the question?
The question was, what was your initial incident in anime? What did you see as a kid? 2 answers I often get for this is Dragon Ball Z or Inuyasha. Most people's Dragon Ball Z, because it was on at 5 a.m. every fucking day after school on Cartoon Network.
I have to catch up on chat, but I also want to say there was an anime where there were these 2 samurai guys who got transported into the future.
Oh, Kroven, help Potato. Because it's not Samurai Jack, but...
No.
Not that doesn't happen to Samurai Jack. He travels alone.
But they're stuck there.
Yeah. Brick said Samurai Jack right away. No. Samurai Jack fights his way back Quantum Leap style.
And Pauldron also said older animes were a lot more fast and loose with the pacing, so I get how it feels like that, but it's a solid show.
I personally just found myself like bingo card of Inuyasha tropes was just Naraku has a new minion. They're gonna fight that minion. They don't beat that minion. Moroku pulls out the wind tunnel. Naraku unleashes bees on wind tunnel. And like everyone, like you could name all of these things. They will happen every fucking episode. Every
Final says
fucking one.
Kagome?
Kagome was the name of the lead character of it.
And Pauldron says, that's what I'm talking about, sir. And Brick says, Inuyasha was one of my most watched on Adult Swim. I would stay up intentionally to watch it.
Final says I watched like 5 episodes of Inuyasha, and then I watched an episode of Rurouni Kenshin and never went back. Thank you, Final. Rurouni Kenshin is a S tier.
Oh! Pauldron brought back a core memory.
Okay.
Said the first anime I ever watched was Speed Racer. I freaking loved Speed Racer.
So
that was my jam.
So I will allow, like, obviously I will allow any answer. There is the fact that Speed Racer kind of got used by Hanna-Barbera on Cartoon Network as like a syndicate. Like for me, my first ever anime, watching it and going, this is something very different, and it like clicked in my head because I watched Dragon Ball Z. I watched Dragon Ball, for fuck's sake, but they all just hit me as cartoons. The first time I watched an anime and it started to like sink in that it just isn't the same was literally Cowboy Bebop. I was 6 years old. It was on at midnight every night on this one channel, probably Adult Swim, but I can't remember that.
TV at 6 years old at midnight.
We had a little TV in our room, and I would slowly turn it to my bed because Kroven slept on the other side of the room because I was an insomniac and had no physical means of like forcing sleep. So I would just get bored and start doing stuff.
Why are you getting so aggressive about it?
Well, yeah, just...
Brick says Samurai Champloo was another good one.
I literally have a Samurai Champloo shirt that I wear sometimes.
And Pauldron says, hell yeah, Speed Racer's goated. And Final says Samurai Champloo was great. Brick says Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist is great.
Pauldron says, that's insane because Cowboy Bebop is supposed to be heavily inspired by Western tropes. It's like barely Japanese.
It is, but come on, man, watch it. They don't nail the Western spirit necessarily. It's an anime. It has its whole own style, its whole own energy, and inspired a dozen more like it.
Phil says, I remember watching The Big O.
Big O! Showtime! I loved that show. Did not hurt that it was the same voice actor as Spike, playing the main character in Big O. So it just kind of... My brain went, oh, he has to be a cool character.
Brick says Armstrong was the GOAT.
Armstrong is great.
And Pauldron says, I've watched it a million times, as I'm sure many of us here have.
I still want to be buff enough to reenact Armstrong meeting Ed's foster dad. I know that's not his actual title. I can't remember his name ever. But the way they meet for the first time is one of my all-time favorite scenes in anything. It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Pauldron says Big O is so good.
Big O is really good.
I gotta figure out what this is.
That's not going to be one that Lily is going to enjoy because Big O is more into its intrigue. Kind of like it would be good to describe as like it has the similar Ghost in the Shell vibe where a lot of things are more complicated. So you either attentively watch what's going on episode to episode, or you can get lost. Unless you like watch big robots just fucking punch each other for no other good reason, then it's fun to watch big things punch each other. Brick said, and fuck Tucker, he can go somewhere. Pauldron says, oh yeah, Big O's deep. It is very, very deep. I adore Dorothy, and we're back to like goth aesthetics, just cramming their way into your childhood. Yeah, Roger Smith's great.
Maybe they can't die, and they've just lived that long.
Interesting.
Like maybe they're not transported. Maybe.
Where's Croven when you need him? Because if you started describing a lot of this, he'd probably know.
And it's very like traditional of that era anime art style.
I'm gonna hit all y'all from the Adult Swim era real deep. Trigun. That is some S+. That's some triple S tier. Fantastic anime. Fantastic anything. The storytelling is all great. Until you get to the new one. They started remaking it, and it's just this very shallow depression version of the original. Brick says, bash the stampede! $6 million double dollar man. Try gun, says Black Baldrin. Baldrin said, Dragon's probably the most unique series I've ever watched. Okay. Dragon Ball Z. Which dragon? I don't know what you mean. Brick says, Millie! Loved Millie as a character. Okay.
Kind of familiar, but I swear it's two people.
Honestly, I love bottle anime that just they have so much content. They figure out exactly how to write it in a way that it's going to progress, and they just know how to worm their way into you. Trigun's one of the weird ones though, because the plot doesn't necessarily move for a good 10 episodes, but it wastes it. Some people have said it wastes its time, but it doesn't. It engrosses you in the characters and the scenarios that unfold, and it does it in a way that you start to fall in love with these people, and then it starts to threaten them the other half of the show, and you're like, no! And it's great. It's so awesomely done. I can probably still name all of the gung-ho guns if you twisted my arm. Including those who aren't technically gung-ho guns, but whatever. My favorite for his story arc and conclusion was Zazie the Beast. Pauldron says, I was trying to say Trigun is the most unique series I've ever watched. Ah, okay. I think they're trying to do the manga justice. We missed a lot with the original anime of content missing. It's a little more nuanced than that. The manga to the original anime, the new anime does not follow the manga. It doesn't. Wolfwood's not even a character. At least not an important one in the manga. He serves very little to the plot of the manga. If there are characters that they made up for the old one, in the new one they're cutting some out entirely. Black says, I would talk about the new anime, but it would be mega spoilers. I know that the original anime, the bottle episodes, they stuck very true to the manga, the source material. The Nebraska family and how those episodes are handled. Those are some of my favorite episodes. And literally the new one, Stampede, I think so, literally opens on the Nebraska family, and they just breeze right over that. Nope, can't stay for that. We've got other things to do. Bro, you're an anime in a streaming service era. You can make as many fucking episodes as you wanted to. The original Trigun series had its contractual run and had to end at 26. So it had to do some editing, chopping, and cutting. You don't. You just have to make it good.
So in my search for that anime, which I didn't find it.
Okay.
Do you guys remember Ronin Warriors?
I absolutely remember Ronin Warriors.
It just struck me. I didn't until I saw that image, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, like
I
snapped
remember
back together.
that.
I'll admit, when I was little, though, I had the intriguing upbringing of Fred as a parent who would let me watch kind of whatever the hell I wanted to. So there are definitely moments of my childhood spent watching shit I really probably just shouldn't have been watching. But no one was going to stop me.
I really wish I could remember this anime. I can't. It's like
How did I get turned around?
barely there.
Black says, yes, and watching it in the original form makes Ronin Warriors more interesting. Honestly, there's a few anime that I... Like, 4Kids dubbing. Who remembers that travesty? Where they would literally change whole content of stuff. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Bandit Keith gets up and just kind of points in his face. And I'm like, oh man, that's not very threatening. And then you watch it in its original design. Bandit Keith pulls out a fucking 9mm and sticks it in this dude's face over a card game. Brick says, man, you got a long ass arm, right? Black says Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the one show that was actually made technically better, not by a whole lot, but like technically better. If only you mean it was way funnier.
I was just thinking about the dubbing thing though, and it was always like really poorly dubbed too. They'd be like, "Listen here, you little hooligan."
Yeah, just grab someone from The Office to do the voice acting rather than actual voice actors, because they're like, it's cartoons, kids won't care. Black says that is exactly what I meant, and it is still dark, and it was still dark as hell. Case Closed, which was in Japan known as Detective Conan, which was about a grown man who gets like zerped into his childhood state, and then still proceeds to do his job of solving murder. But then they named him Jimmy Kudos, because you know you just gotta do weird shit when you dubbed back then. Long Range Rick says that was a good one too. Yeah, that was presented to children. Oh, hold on. Back to the game for a moment. Dark existential stuff.
You always knew you'd end up down here, little crab. Though you knew not of this place's existence, you felt it pull on you.
Conan is still going, absolutely.
Each day, you woke up, lived another day of your empty life, and returned to sleep. You felt the spiral draw you closer. And you knew what lay at its center. This is what you earned for your indolence. This is what you always deserved. And you are past the event horizon. Whether you leave this place or not, the spiral has you now. And your body will be the final thing it kills. You have only one chance to escape its jaws. One option alone awaits you for salvation. Me.
So this cute little crab game is all about really fucking Lovecraftian shit all of a sudden.
Before the Conan comment, Brick had said that was a good one too. I enjoyed that one.
I think he was referring to Detective Conan.
Ad break.
Also known as Case Closed. See, now my brain's kind of racking. Gigantor? Who watched Gigantor and Astro Boy? Those were more episodic, kind of... Lupin the Third! Hell yes, Brick! That was coming up in the back of my head. I frickin' went to Halloween... I did a Halloween as Lupin the Third once. Nobody got it. I even went with a jacket that was just ever so slightly too short. Black says, I'm not a huge fan of Astro Boy, and I'm not a huge fan of overall classic Japanese mecha, but Gigantor was pretty good. And then Brick brings up Shin-Chan of all anime. Oh, God. Shin-Chan was fucked. Shin-Chan was hilarious, though. Just this rowdy little gremlin of a child. All right, so how classic does it get before you're out, Pauldron? Black says the Shin-Chan iceberg goes deeper than you could possibly imagine. I don't care. I loved Shin-Chan for what it was, and I'll probably never watch it again. I was a big Robotech guy. Croven and I, once Sci-Fi became a channel you could watch, at midnight, Sci-Fi Channel would run an anime bit, and they had Silent Mobius, Blue Gender, Snipe, welcome to the stream. What is the Croven? Why is Croven not here? Somebody go kick Croven. Better Man. That Better Man. Let's see. I was probably only like 9 years old when I saw Berserk for the first time. That was probably a mistake. And I loved every minute of it. That eclipse scene hits real different when you do not understand any of those motifs. I had to watch that again as like a teenager. I'm like, nope. I'm like, I gotta see it again. Black says, yeah, I was just watching Berserk. I did not see that coming. Nobody sees that. No spoilers, because Lily hasn't watched Berserk. There are the classic movies, which if Lily can get over the older art style, maybe we'll watch.
No.
Rick says, Rocco's Modern Life was definitely not okay for kids.
Rocco's Modern Life!
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yes.
He worked for a sex hotline.
Yes.
And he was just never good at it. Oh, crap. All right, we're getting boss fought.
We're going the right
Oh,
way.
God, it's Roland again.
How should I know? Think I spend my weekends here, do you?
Well, then what the shuck am I still paying you for? Matter of fact, we're in this mess cause you couldn't defeat a damn lobster. Good for nothing. I should have left you on the seabed where I found you, you little...
Yeah, I saw that coming. What?
It's you.
Oh, boy.
Enjoying the spoils, are you, lad? Proud of what you've done?
Look, man, I don't want anything from you. Please just leave me alone. I don't want to fight anymore.
Please leave me alone. I don't want to fight anymore.
But fight ye did. Just like me. Just like old Lincoln. And down here we've both drifted. Two worthless sinners. Right where we belong. The bottom of the train!
Ah, crap. Oh! I did a big stab. Oh, he's inking me.
Let's face hell together, lad.
Let's not. Ow! Okay. No, don't swap shell, damn it.
Obnoxious little sponge.
Did you just call me a sponge?
Don't make it easy on me.
What happened? Whatever you did, Inkerton, you fucking whiffed, loser.
Alas, I grapple with thee.
Crap, he's doing something special. It wasn't that special.
The
Ah, crap.
sound of a cracking shell. It never gets old.
Ah! Brick says, damn, he found my keys. Okay, so Black said, to answer your classic question, kind of cut off at the 70s, don't like a lot of 70s series, but 80s onward is pretty dope. So you didn't like Robotech. Damn, I actually like that one a lot. I like the game that spawned on the PS2 as well. Black says, to me, Speed Racer is like quintessential classic anime. Like, that's the best one to me. Brick says Initial D, or Just the Tip, as it's known in America. Sorry, I can never resist that joke. I apologize.
And you're certain we're going the right...
I could watch Roland get shot again, but I'd like to get on with this fight.
Obnoxious little sponge! Lousy little limpet!
Ah! Damn. Black says, I like the idea of Robotech, but to me it just didn't scratch the itch I was looking for in the genre like that. And Brick says, you know, for the needy gearheads. We need more car-centric anime. No, you didn't like, what was it? Appare Ranman or something like that? I think that's the name of it. It is not a gearhead anime. Just to be cleared.
Obnoxious little sponge!
Children said, I like the idea of Robotech.
I read that.
Let's face hell together, lad!
It's a nerdy, not needy.
Oh. It's pretty needy. Big Sam! Mantis Punch! Mantis Punch!
Cauldron says, and just because I always forget if there is a difference between the two, Robotech and Macross are the same thing, right?
Yes, they're from the same universe. They are different anime. Macross Plus, if I remember right, is telling more of like the grounded stories back home on Earth, where Robotech is the actual like war that's going on. Kind of like a Full Metal Panic versus Fumofu thing, if I remember correctly. With Croven here, I could have really given you a better answer.
Rick says, got a pretty big job for my dad coming up. Gonna pull the engine and replace the cams and replace the timing components.
Nice.
And Pauldron says, yeah, the Full Metal Panic thing. I got you.
I adore Fumofu with like all my heart. Full Metal Panic is good too. But regular Full Metal Panic did not give us the depth of insanity that Saguro was bringing to the table. Oh, god damn it.
Shell. It never gets old.
Mantis Punch!
Pauldron says, it was around the time of watching Full Metal Panic, but I watched it afterwards. No Desco was the first anime I watched that I was like, oh, this is Japanese.
My first one that really like started to feel like it was really telling me about culture I didn't understand was Cromorty High. Let's see who knows that one. That's right, you didn't know this was going to be a test. Oh! I got him through his bullshit. Oh, big finish in the ink. Got him.
You bastard. Seems I'm as worthless as you.
High five, we killed Inkerton. Pollution scoured. Oh, he gave me a stainless relic. Nice. I don't know how many of those I need to actually repair. Cromarty High also went hand in hand with Azumanga Daioh. Daioh? I don't remember exactly. I don't remember how it's spelled in English off the top of my head. Both pretty similar vibes of anime that I was like, oh, now I'm really getting the like the culture clash experience. You said it right, Daioh? Okay. When he first goes into that class and he accidentally knocks his pencil off his desk in Cromarty High for Lily, there's a big guy behind him who picks it up and he goes, he's put in the delinquents class at this delinquent high school. So when he knocks his pencil off off his desk, big guy picks it up from behind him and he's like, oh man, thank you. And then he goes to his internal monologue where he's like, wow, I was really worried here. Turns out these people might actually be decent people after all. And he immediately bites into the pencil and just starts demolishes it and swallows it. And he's like, he ate my pencil. He ate my pencil! And then it cuts to him for a second, pulls out his pencil case, dumps all of his pencils on the big guy's desk, and just stares at him. Big guy just gathers them all up and just starts eating all of these. That can't be normal. And well, it's showing his internal monologue of like, these people are some kind of different psychos. It's showing the big guy like slowly slump over in the background. And he leans over to like, and you just hear like pencils dropping on the floor. It's so hilariously done. And that's pretty much the whole show. It was just goofy fucking ideas about what high schoolers got up to. I think one of my favorite stupid arguments I ever had was somebody who's like, they're not in high school, idiot. I'm like, really? What's the title called? It's probably the oldest nerd anime argument I remember even getting into. Was somebody trying to tell me Cromarty High was about middle schoolers? Yeah? Do you know what Excel Saga is? I know what Excel Saga is. I love Excel. That is actually a really good one too. Man, like trying to remember every property you've ever seen. Oh, this is a moon snail place. Well, here we are. I dare not postulate on what lies ahead, but the only way forward is, well, forward, I say. And surely the perfect world is close at claw. Rick says, what was the mini Gundam show? That's the one you choose to remember. I believe it's called Gundam SD, or SD Gundam. I only liked one episode of that, for real, and it was a real dumb joke that I remember, and it's the only one. Black says, might be for the best. There's anime I wish I hadn't seen. I'm not naming them here. I will! Rin, daughter of the Nemesine. Fuck you. Fuck everyone who likes that anime. Fuck the people who created it. And the generations to come who will end up seeing it are also fucked. Black says, alright, I'll give you one. Elfenlied. Is what he meant to say. It actually typed elephant lied. I actually enjoyed Elfenlight to a point, but I was also a horror fan. Brick says there was a game kind of similar to Gundam. The final fight was in the air, but no clue what it was called. Gundam: The Final Fight. Or there was a game kind of similar to Gundam where the final fight was in the air. There's a whole game series that's a little Gundam-esque, but all of the fighting is done in the air, and that... I remember the robot's name, but I don't remember the game. You piloted a machine known as the Jehuti. I remember loving the hell out of that game. You ran around on the ground for most of it, says Brick. Black says, I've been trying to find anime about the two samurai in the future. Can you give me some more details? Black's trying to help.
No.
But the final boss fight was Gundam-like, says Brick.
So it's not like in the future, it's like in modern day. So, and I can't remember exactly the premise, if they're like transported into modern day or if there's like something with them that they don't like die and they've lived that long into modern day.
That one sounds dope. But how do you know? All right, getting back to the game. Oh. Gibiate?
I thought I looked at that one and it wasn't it.
So on the game with this cutscene. But how do you know that? And, what am I looking at? This looks like a dead end. It's a locked end, my lad. A lock that can only be opened by two hermits, like ourselves. Huh? Who needs a lock only hermit crabs can open? What's so special about us? Oh, my child. Perhaps one day I will impress upon you the gravity of all that has been lost. But for now, seeing with your own eyes will do more than amount to exposition, I say. Here, follow my lead, like so.
Gibiate is a new series. 2020.
Ah. I was going to say, it would be an older series for sure.
Yeah, either like late 90s, early 2000s.
Samurai Troopers, says Brick?
No. It had a very, like, down-to-earth kind of art style.
My brain just goes to things like Gintama and Samurai Gun, which wouldn't help. They're not relevant to what you're talking about. Gintama is a humor show, and Samurai Gun is just about samurais who embraced using pistols. Although they behaved more like ninjas, if you ask me, but whatever. Sit in the big chair. Oh. Huh. Cool. Winston.
I like him.
Whoa! The old ocean. Cool set design. Very epic. Groven, finally, how you been? Welcome to the stream. He says, what's it about? Rick said, what year range? Like, it would have been 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, and it would have been airing in America 90s, 2000s. It could have been an 80s show. At that rate. Proven says doing stuff. Okay, game, I can't do anything, and you're not loading anymore. We're stuck. We'll try an old tab on, tab off trick. Set it backwards. Tab off, tab on. Oh. Ah, haha. Good old tab on, tab off. Or vice versa.
Irvin says doing stuff.
The old ocean! To think I should be so honored to lay eyes on this place. The perfect world lies dormant somewhere here. I can feel it. It calls to us, to all hermits everywhere, to everyone that would see the ocean restored to its former glory. Don't lose your tempo now, I say. We're about to change the course of this world, child.
Crowman's asking what was the anime about. It's about these two guys that were like samurai that they're either transported to the modern world or like just lived that long somehow. And I want to say they had a thing. Like a not explicitly stated thing. Fred says, are you going to tell him what it's about? Jesus Christ, I've repeated what it's about like 5 times.
We've been trying to, like, I've been waiting for Croven to get in here.
I have repeated it so many times. Who was it? Was Paul? No, Brick was on it too.
Mm-hmm. Boom, 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 boom.
Was just one of them from the past, and the other one was just the only person that knew about it?
Could be. You've got me at a loss. You'd even have to, like, where do you remember seeing this?
I just watched it on TV.
Do you remember if it was Cartoon Network? It also, like, was it an
No.
Adult Swim show?
Criven says, I'll see if I can
Sci-fi.
find it. I know that's like a very vague description, but that's the only thing I can remember. And I can picture the two characters. It's kind of like this it's not like a super extravagant art style. It's like a very like tame. One of them is blonde, one of them has black hair. They wear suits all the time.
That's very helpful. I wasn't picturing suits at all. Now my brain's picturing Narima Daikon. High five to anyone who remembers that, other than Croven.
They're either in like a suit or like the dress pants and white, like the top of the shirt is open and like a white dress shirt.
I'm not gonna lie, this is not an anime that comes to mind as is. Ah! I love that you always say it a little wrong. Just to really hammer home how little you care about that show. This crab is fighting me just in his birthday suit. Clip claw! Outlaw Star, anyone? Just to keep the conversation going. I adore Outlaw Star. I know some of it's just corny garbage, but it's my kind of corny garbage. Pay you back when I make it big.
Oh, and it
Fred
says
fucking-
Outlaw Star, you say. Well,
Fred Lowe was probably the first openly gay anime character I knew about. Black Pauldron says, I have the DVD box set. So does Crovid. We watched it so many times. I found a pill bottle, but... Oh, what the hell? I just got hurt by, like, denture teeth. Black says, you will probably find this out soon, but a lot of my writing is inspired by Outlaw Star. I'm down for that, honestly. That show knew how to punch you in the feels a lot of the time. Old World Whirl. We have another umami charge. There's a ton of, like, collectible... I just realized that the chattering teeth grabbed my butt, and now it's a... It forced it to be the shell. I can't remove it? Oh no. Yeah, Outlaw Star follows a titular character. Not titular, sorry. He has nothing to do with the title. He's an he is the outlaw in question, but it follows a man named Gene Starwind as he attempts to basically treasure hunt his way out of debt. And Long Range Brick says, just legit samurai, question mark? No outer space, right?
no outer space.
And just for me, he has this guy he keeps managing to get to loan him money all the time. His name's Fred Lowe, and he's a big businessman. And every time Gene comes around asking for money, Fred's like, I'll give you pretty much anything you want if you'll just, you know, back to my place. Like, all the time, like, even in very inappropriate contexts.
Taro.
Oh no. Taro's cute. I didn't watch much of it. I do remember me and Croven wanting to own the little play sets when we were little. Brick says, was it a movie or a series?
It was a series.
So we're going to collect the perfect whirl. Am I going to get attacked by, like, some mummy crab named Fibonacci or something? All exit spiral. Yeah, these chatter teeth do not allow me to change shells. I can't take it off. I don't even know if I can break it. I would have to get it broken by an opponent. Okay.
I was looking through, there's a list of, like, all the anime that Cartoon Network ran, and it's not on there.
I know 4Kids stuff. Don't think ended up on Cartoon Network. Thought there was a different channel that showed stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece. Time Stranger, says Long Range Brick.
Let me Google.
You're you googly now.
Time
Brick says-
Stranger is a Digimon story.
What?
That's the only thing that comes up.
Brick also said, never mind, that's a movie. You got to avoid the chatter teeth. Huh. Yeah, you've got me at a loss. I do not know this anime. And it'll be fun when you find out what it actually is, because we can probably watch it together. Collect my junk. Put my junk back in my trunk. That is a rubber glove. And a little tugboat. Can I just overrun you guys, please? I'd like to get on with this. Toilet paper. Dish soaps. Uncover the shortcut in GTFO. Are we in an aquarium now? Why are there packing peanuts? Tiny houses. Oh, a detergent can. That's a new shell. Now just run. Don't need to fight his zombified nakedness. A sentence. I feel everyone should have to say one. Okay, I wanted that broken, to be honest. Ah, I found the other glove.
I didn't realize Hunter x Hunter was that old of a show.
Oh yeah, Hunter x Hunter is very old. That's why a lot of people are clamoring, oh, they need to remake it. And I'm like, no, they don't. It's fine. Are we heading to that city? Of course we are. Of course we are. I'm sure it's going to be dangerous inside, right? Indeed. Would you have it any other way, child? Admit it or not, you're an adventurer through and through. You could have easily left this place, I say. But returning home empty-handed wasn't enough for you. You got ambition. I guess, maybe I do. And now that ambition has brought us here. We can't possibly turn back now. We must fight to achieve our ambition, and we must fight. Of course, I mean, you must fight. I'll meet you inside once you breach the gates, I say. Samurai 7, says Brick. Definitely not. That is actively about multiple characters. They never wear suits. Samurai and robots. What? Oh. Whatever that shit is, it eats shell.
No.
Yeah, it's not Samurai 7. That doesn't match her description. Not to fault you for trying, though. It's fucking paintballs? I can't tell. Oh, just barely. Okay. I didn't move. Why? Robin says Tolkien Ranbu.
Let me go to Google.
Lily. New shell. Yeah, it's a paintball. That's kind of neat. Blood Starling. Black says, okay, hear me out. I don't know if anybody has said this one yet already, but is it Saint Young Men? I feel like this is a new show. I could have looked at the date, but I didn't have the heart to disappoint myself. Let her look up Tolkien Ranbu first. Kroven is an anime wizard, and I would be surprised if he could literally never figure out this answer. Ah. Hey, that just threw me into the wall.
I don't think so.
Brick says Blade of the Immortal, but also said no suits. Oh, Black says actually couldn't see the date. It's 2012. I found it. I don't think that's it.
Sea Dog's here.
Yo, Sea Dog. You can join in the hunt. For a long forgotten anime that Lily doesn't remember. These freaks are firing paintballs at me? Bruh. Get a frickin' mantis punch for your trouble. Gotta drop him.
Fix it,
drop
fix
him.
it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Fix what? What the hell? What do you mean your screen is black? It stopped recording the game?
That had to be like just a second ago because I was just on there to see how to spell that suggestion.
Is it back or what the fuck? Okay. Game only screen, display capture. What the fuck? Fred says still black. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. All right. It seems to have unfucked itself a little bit.
Now our
Yeah.
screens aren't up there. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Compound screens is how I get away with a lot of stuff.
I feel like we're getting closer, at least in
Timeline.
no, like type of anime, like we'll reload. There's no like little girl involved, but this one says critically acclaimed dark fantasy set in feudal Japan, a cursed samurai with regenerative immortality. Regain his mortality, he vows to help an orphan girl. I feel like there was some sort of like stipulation to it, but I don't remember. T-Dog says, there we go.
But thank you for letting me know, Sea-Dog. How you doing today? How's life? Turn the faucet of doom. Try the paper butt. Toilette du fromage. That's a very gross sentence if you are linguistically inclined. Oh no. Old Kingdom lobsters. Aw, you such a cheap shit. Sea-Dog says, I'm doing good. Just enjoying a boring old Sunday. Put more toppings on it. What?
Looking through this list of anime, I just found Bobo, The Impossible Adventures of, I'm not saying that again, a warrior who fights using his nose hairs to defeat an evil empire that wants to turn the human race bald.
Lily, I know it's Bobo, but you can just call him Bobo. That's literally in the anime. I remember watching that as a kid. I am Bobo. He like says it so slow. And but you may call me, and just repeats himself flat out. And I'm like, yes. Thank you. Fist of the nose hair. Sea-Dog says, you mean the awesome anime Bo. Yes. It is very funny. It is a good one. Now it's taking me back to like other animes from that era, like Brave Master, Zatch Bell. Black says, we started watching it in Japanese. With the original context, it's funny as hell. I mean, it's pretty funny either way. They don't do an awful job of making it funny in English. Oh, that's a shortcut. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna get killed opening the shortcut. Gotta do it, though. Are you just going through a list of all the anime now?
Mm-hmm.
The tism is strong with this one.
This is a list of like all the 90s, early 2000s anime.
Why can't I target him? There it goes. What? Oh, Good fight. Good fight. You all saw it. I won fair and square. Carcinia, the Bleached City. Damn. They're getting very Dark Souls at the end of this adorable little crab game. Fantastic work! We made it inside! Where do we go from here? I don't know. Huh? But the events that have brought us to this place have been so incredibly unlikely that going with our gut now can't be wrong, I say. Our true treasure lies somewhere in this city. Everything tells me it must be so. So, what do you want to do with that thing once you've got it? You mean the perfect world? Yeah. The truth is, child, our world is in great peril. You've seen it all throughout our travels. Creatures' minds are splitting at the seams, violence is everywhere. And we all know the cause. The gunk. My child. The gunk is to blame. If only we could get rid of it. But surely the perfect world has this power. It has the power to do anything. With its control over the currents. Why, we could simply take all the gunk and whisk it somewhere else, I say. The ocean's so vast that we'll never, ever run out of room to displace our problems to. Isn't it brilliant? Oh, no. That does sound like a pretty good idea. Is the ocean really that big? It's the biggest thing there is, child. You can swim and never find its end. That makes sense. And then I could get my shell back. Of course you can, Krill. Who in their right mind would deny such a thing to one of the heroes who saved the ocean? They'd be run out of town, I say. All right, makes sense to me. Let's do this. Brick says, I can't find it, and it's about bedtime. Well, Brick, would you like to have one more discussion of existential dread with the dark voices of the sea before you go?
Yeah, I'm tired too.
We only have a half hour left before we end stream, typically, anyway. Brick says, sure thing. All right. I was leveling up while waiting for your answer. But I didn't know if it would be longer than that.
You wish to know what I am? I am a dream, little crab. Dreamt by every mind extinguished. Every rope-strangled throat. Every oil-filled gill. Such pained souls are caught by the currents and spin, around and down. Until they reach the bottom of the bottom, down where all things go. You will reach it too soon enough.
Hooray! Existential dread. What? You think you might have found it? Nope. Nope. Night. Good night, Brick. Brick says good night, guys.
Good night, Brick.
Good to see you again. Don't be a stranger. Am I getting attacked by? Some kind of Mario villain. Skipping y'all. Skip. Oh, you're just a seahorse. What the fucking hell? pufferfish variants. Okay, not fighting you either, you're annoying. I don't see where to go. Either of the sides ought to do. You know more about its vibe. Like how it felt to watch the show. Is it more dramatic, sad, action?
Wasn't like super actiony.
Did it always feel like it was trying to hurt your feelings?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It's kind of like broody.
Ah, I slipped off the edge. Broody and... Okay, so there's existential broody or personal to the character broody.
Oh.
Okay. Like, some anime feel like they're trying to hurt you personally, and other animes are just trying to make you feel the hurt of them personally. The characters. Ah, Snow Stainless Relic. We might be able to upgrade our weapon again. And make slightly shorter work of this bullshit. I refuse to let me paint you like one of your French hermit crabs. Why did I quit moving? Krill, you're like wussing out on me a little. There we go. Do the swim. Lunge! Ah, there was a hook to grab. Damn it. Damn it! Thought at like the last possible second. Shortcut! Hopefully I make it to the next checkpoint. Where was that supposed to send me? Other than off the cliff. That's literally just sending me off the cliff. That's crazy. Is it supposed to send me into the bubble? Well, it didn't. Lily. Nostalgia cup. Oh no. Sorry, forget the nostalgia cup. I'm under attack. Hey, car claw. Okay, that was some cheap shit. Nope. Nope. I am out this one. Big fat no thank you. Alright, that's another shortcut. Oh! You're up.
Vagabond!
Chitin! How'd you make it down here?
By following the call, just like you. You seek the whirl as well, I assume.
Croven says, I doubt it, but Basilisk.
The divine weapon of the old ocean, forged by ancient claws.
How do you know so much about it already? And hold on, it's not a weapon, right? Look, I made it sound like it was some kind of magical, powerful magical doodad.
I knew little before I came to this place, but I have learned much in little time. Knowledge untold wraps every wall and pillar of this place, if one cares to look. And make no mistake, Vagabond, an item of power and a weapon are one in the same. Our enemies do not so much as hesitate to turn power into violence, so neither must we.
I don't want to use it to hurt more people. I just want to, like, make things better. And I want my shell back.
Listen to you, Vagabond! So far astray from your original goal. When will you seize control of your own rudder? Will you ever? If we meet at the center of this maze with Whirl in Claw, I sincerely hope we may align on its use and meet as friends.
Am I your friend?
I see my point has been lost on you. May we meet again soon, Vagabond.
Crove and I severely doubted this. Wait, do you know where we're going?
Follow the call, little hermit. Let yourself be dragged by the spiral. Deep inside, you know how. It has been tugging on you all your life, after all. How do you spell basilisk? I doubt it.
Basilisk. Basilisk.
No.
I had a pretty strong feeling that wouldn't be it. Got a blonde guy, you got a dark hair guy. They often wear suits.
It's like the modern times.
One's all time sliding.
Well,
Stone bitch. The bubbles!
boobies,
They're evil bubbles.
boobs.
Why did my shell come off? That was the weirdest thing. They kind of have a thing. Romantic styles.
Yeah, like there's some tension there for sure.
There's a chin grab here, a Cavadon there. I just love that you know what that means. A heavily implied rubbing of the buttocks. More of a drama. Does it have funny moments ever?
I don't remember. I am going to try to let the boys out now, just in case, because it says 80% chance of storms at times.
Damn.
So...
Got it. I'm supposed to be going around.
Come on, boys.
Ooh. Almost flubbed all of that.
Hecator, come on, buddy.
Hecator.
Atlas. Come on, guys. You gotta go outside.
Thank you for nothing trying to kill me on the way
Come on,
here.
baby.
Heart kelp sprout, hell yes. More heart kelp.
Atlas, come on.
Thank you for those of you who stayed through the ad break. I just did some traversal while you were gone. I did not
Good boy, come on.
debase any story
Good boy.
by leaving you out of it.
Good boy. Come on, go outside. One stiff one.
Yeah, I won't lie, Croven. I'm very fascinated to know which anime this would be, because...
Kick him out.
Come on, Achilles. You gotta go outside. One.
Come on, Atlas.
No, one.
He just goes limp.
You go potty. Let's call, baby. One. Ugh. Last call, little lump. I can get a drink first. And also, I guess we gotta rewatch Zoids at some point. I did not know that was a fascination of yours. I'm a little disappointed that it's not one I picked. I thought it would have been too childish. I did not imagine that was gonna be...
The blue one was my favorite.
Hmm.
The, like, lion or whatever he was.
Yeah, there was... I think two of them were... Well, there was Liger, and then it had like 4 different configurations it could run. He could also be a red one sometimes. That was a distinctive trait of the character.
That's a white one.
What I meant was that the white one is its base, and it has swappable part configurations. One was blue, one was red. One was green. Croven can help for sure.
There was also that one where there were only cats. And it was like a very similar premise.
Yeah, the only thing that comes to mind on that one is Voltron. Croven says Liger Zero never had a red. It was green, orange, sorry, or blue. So how did the whole city get all the way down here? Well, back when that is, the histories say, Conch just revealed he's been here. The king ruled with an iron claw, driving progress and industry forward. While a vast network of hermit sorcerers kept the ocean in balance. And they created the thingy? The perfect world. Just so. The ocean flourished during that time, by all accounts. It was pretty great. But the king grew distrustful of the hermit's power. He feared their dedication to nature would stunt the kingdom's growth. He seized the world from them and had their villagers annihilated. From then on, the wisdom of the hermits was disregarded. And it wasn't long before the gunk took this city. Just as it will take new Caustinia if something isn't done. You're kidding! The whole city's gonna turn out like this? Seems likely every day, I see. But it don't have to be that way. I know it. There was a time, however brief, that society existed in harmony. We can only get back there. Back to the old ways. And I know it's possible. It has to be. I really hope you're right. Stop it. What you looking? What you looking? All right. I think we're gonna stop progressing. Kroven says, I don't suppose it was Samurai Deeper Kyo. Lily! Kroven had one more guess. (2002), it's the right timeline. That's a blonde lady. He does have a gun. And it is a guy with strange circumstances. Not the similar strange circumstances you mentioned. Alright, one last existential dread, and then we're gonna go do all the leveling up we can manage.
All living creatures pray to me, you know, when they are about to be devoured. When the last of their blood is leaving their body. When they realize their death is certain. They do not form words. They do not ask for specifics. But they pray. They pray with their whole being. That somehow, against all logic, they will survive their ordeal. And I listen to every last one. I am this ocean's only god. I do not care for your verbal prayers.
Bet. Lily said she looked up a trailer, so it's hopeful, but the trailer she found is in Spanish, so...
If you want to get my attention, all you need do is scream.
Damn! That's fucking bleak, man. I get it, man. You are death. None can excel. I'm hoping you got it, Kroven. That'd be great. I've never seen that, and it would be fascinating to deep dive Lily's nostalgia and tell you guys how it goes. All right, mighty moon snail.
Generous as ever, the noble moon snail provides their pupil with additional powers.
Releasing your block while naked lets you parry as if you're wearing a shell. Lily says she doesn't think that's it.
The most fearsome advancement in a predator's ability is its use of tools. to grow beyond one's own body to outpace one's physical evolution. Such hunters inspire unimaginable fear in their prey.
Being able...
The hermit crab seems to have become something more than a crab. But what crab exists that does not rely on their shell's toughness to stay alive? But this very flesh has become capable of deflecting the most powerful blows. It could be said that this little crab survives in defiance of nature itself.
Hell yeah. Kite Man style. Hell yeah. Okay, so now we can spearfish enemies. Massively damages their balance at the cost of a barbed hook. And larger enemies will put up a fight. Kind of expect that to be a thing. Lily says she'd probably watch that anime. Oh, I didn't know that stuff broke my shell. Ah, I'm stuck. Hey, that's what I was hoping for. Okay, now we can go back to town, upgrade our weapon one last time. Juked, you fool! Get juked. I got jukes on jukes on jukes. Now let's go back and visit the smithing crab. Lower crust, please. You have a strange look about you, Scrap. Fiddling with stuff you shouldn't. Ain't nothing good ever come out of lusting after power what ain't yours. Far along, you'll see the sense in putting down the sword and picking up a mallet. Spend your time building, not fighting. Of course I do my share of arming you fighters, don't I, Scrap? You do. Hey, we got a twisty dingle hop. Our fork is quite formidable now. Also, we've got like a ton of bonus scrap to sell to the guy. We got garbage you ain't even heard of yet. Sell junk. Okay. Understood. Lily and I were talking about trying to get the dogs out before the storms roll in. Oop, nope, can't upgrade the fork anymore, but I can level me up. Hmm. 10,000 microplastics short of another level up. I used to have it all. I used to be somebody. And one bad deal and pow, down here with this sorry lot. Do I look like a bottom feeder to you? Of course not. I'll make it back up there one day. No matter how many other crabs I gotta step on. Yep, you suck. You belong down here. You deserve it. Yar. Take a look at that shell collection. I'm missing a lot of shells. Although, one of them is literally a gun. One of the shells you get's just gun. And its power is shoot. Shoots a horrifyingly powerful projectile that can defeat any foe. God, I hope that's a thing. Just bang! You just literally just kill everyone. So fucking dark. Oh, wait. Grovekeeper Tolpada. I forgot about him. I can take Umami to him and upgrade my special attacks. The Poda's Garden.
You seem stronger since we last met.
Upgrade adaptations. Can't afford anything. Trials of the Warrior, though. Armed and chitinous. Ah. This is gonna suck. But it gives me something to do with our last 5 minutes. I also have a bunch of abilities now that really change the playing field here. Dead. Hopefully it lets me stay armed like that. Intimidation crab is always funny to me. Oh no! Forgot about this fucker. Ah, I got grabbed. Ow. Okay, I'm getting my ass kicked. Ow. Damn it. Missed with the mantis punch. Okay. Nothing to it. That did not improve my shell situation. But this will. Okay, we just barely beat this guy last time, but we'll see. Wait, he's gonna let me watch Roland get shot again? Nope. Whoa, he's lagging up real bad. I missed that.
Lousy little limpet!
No. Didn't think about it.
Let's face hell together, lad!
He is moving all kinds of funky.
Obnoxious little sponge! Don't make it easy on me!
Ay, damn it. I thought I parried him, but he broke one of the ribs. Dang it. Try it again. Gotta put another spot. Indeed. I'm gonna give it one more go and then we'll end stream. This is a fun conversation and nostalgia. Crabby, you missed me bring up Cormorty High. And Azumanga Daioh. I really fucked up the opening move? Ah, what the hell? Big finish. Hard stab. Now we gotta fight Purgatorus. Okay, got him. Last up is Inkerton, and I actually have a decent shell to fight him in now. Not that he doesn't have magical shell destroying techniques. But... Did the screen go black again? Okay, no, it didn't. It has a loading screen. We want the party popper as my backup shell, though. All right, one last touch.
To hell with you! That little particle! Let's face hell together, lad! Obnoxious little sponge! To the last!
Why didn't that count?
Trouble with thee!
Flint Iron Stat. What the hell? I definitely was dodging just now.
It never
He, what? You're just gonna spam the kill technique? What the fuck? Alright, I said that was gonna be my last attempt, and I'm going to stand by that for a drastic change of character. You can call it growth, I call it... Oh, I'm just... Fine. I was filling time. I didn't want to continue the story too much without Lily. Because we both have enjoyed this game quite a lot. But I hope you all enjoyed the stream in general. I hope you'll join us again on Thursday when we likely continue and possibly finish another Crab's Treasure. I hope you join us for other subsequent streams. Like Tuesday, I am playing Lunacid, a really great indie game. If you guys... It's worth a Google. Just look it up. It's great. It's an old-timey RPG where you just... First person, you just got the sword and your little bag of tricks that are like one button activate. I think the game's blocking mechanic is trash, but that's okay. And I mean that. It literally gets stuck. Like, you will get trapped blocking. In the meantime, let's go find somebody else playing another Crab's Treasure to raid. Because my friendly channels are on the light side tonight. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. If I don't see you again soon, hope to see you, period. Just come on back. Somebody has their stream labeled Dead Dad Father's Day stream. I too have nothing to do on Father's Day, as Croven and I's father is dead. But yeah, they're playing another Crab's Treasure, so we're gonna go give them a raid. I am Lost Z. Hope you all have a lovely evening, all that good jazz that I've already said. And let's get on with it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, tschüss, yalla bitte bien, Zaitian, moi, tot zins, au revoir, sayonara, dos vidania, bon voyage, arrivederci, awe, havasti, yegesker, dig, jane, or as we say here in Ohio, I love you, but get the fuck out of my house. I'm Crabby, and I want to be alone now. With my puppy pants. Which was my entire day. He got to come to work with me. It was great. Stay weird, stay classy. Bye.